Carlson, the Tuck. And let me tell you something. You can't cuck the Tuck. Many have tried over and over again to fuck Tucker Carlson's wife. You can't cuck the Tuck. You just can't do it, okay? Stop trying. He is a Fox News host. Have I appeared on his show a number of times? Yes. Is it in the background holding up a sign that says, I love you, Tuck? P.S. Can't cuck ya? Yes. His text messages were recently plied from his phone, akin to sex, and used in a lawsuit from Dominion Voting Machines against the Fox News Corporation network. Might remember that after the 2020 election, a number of people had totally normal, legitimate questions about how could Donald Trump have possibly lost? And he definitely won, right? And it definitely is going to feel better when we find out he won. And so definitely maybe don't tell us he didn't win, because God, it's really going to feel good. And I'm going to go shoot my gun into the sky repeatedly unless I find out that he actually won. And so they blame the Dominion voting machines, which had numbers of faults. Sleep is Awesome says criminal actions of privacy. Absolutely. Absolutely. Why does Tucker Carlson not get the privacy of his text messages? How would you like it if you had all your text messages displayed and it showed how often you tried to dirty talk with the Grubhub delivery estimator? Your order is being prepared and will be there in 30 minutes. Yo, what kind of panties you got on? What kind of panties you got on? Also, they better bring my breadsticks. I paid extra for that shit. Dominion is claiming that Tucker Carlson willfully and maliciously misrepresented the truth. Iggy12 says, the machines are suing Tuck. AI has gone too far. You're goddamn right. Now machines can file lawsuits. What next? The Roomba filing sexual assault charges? It sucked my dick. I didn't make it. It chose to. Junior Coltrane says, Trump, 2024, rise of the MAGA king. Now that just sounds cool. Definitely. I definitely agree. Trump is a steely badass. He definitely is not an obese senior citizen who may or may not have Down syndrome. He is cool. But I thought today we'd explore some of these tuck texts. All right? Tuck texts. It's fun to say, and I highly recommend it. We're going to see the kind of texts that Tucker Carlson sent to other people that Dominion voting machines is so up in, quite frankly, a tizzy about. First text. This is from Tucker to his producer, Tommy Big Nuts. He's calling him in quotation marks, so I guess that's not his Christian name. He calls his producer Big Nuts. I don't know how he knows that. I don't know, but he's a sexually voracious guy. Tucker says, they're calling Arizona for Biden? Our viewers are going to shit their pants. We worked really hard to build what we have. Those fuckers are destroying our credibility. It enrages me. And Tommy Big Nuts replies, it is 2 a.m. And then Tucker says, what Trump's good at is destroying things. He's the undisputed world champion of that. He could easily destroy us if we play it wrong. And Tommy Big Nuts says, yo, can I get your Netflix password? Which I think is a reasonable thing to ask, if you can get a Netflix password. Who knows what he wanted to watch, okay? And the important thing we have here, 23 views, it just said. Holy shit. Important thing here, Tucker understands how powerful MAGA Nation is. And I'm not part of it. I am a moderate centrist, okay? Do I love Donald Trump? No comment. Do I have that tattooed somewhere on my body? No comment. Do I have that tattoo around my butthole? No comment, okay? I'm a moderate centrist on Donald Trump. He did some things I like, some things I didn't like, okay? But Tucker understands how powerful this is right here. They're just going to go out and say, oh, Biden won Arizona. That is impossible. Arizona is mostly desert, and so everyone voting is lizards. And lizards do not appreciate Biden because he's one of them. Next text. This is to Tony Tiny Nuts. That's another one of his producers. And so apparently one of them has giant nuts. One of them has tiny nuts, and he saved them in his phone as that. I don't know how that helps him remember. I don't know why that's the first thing that pops into his head, but he's a powerful broadcaster, and I'm not going to question him. Maybe you will. I'm not. Tucker says, do the executives understand how much credibility and trust we've lost with our audience? We're playing with fire, for real. An alternative like Newsmax could be absolutely devastating to us. Tony Tiny Nuts says, yo, who did you get in the Secret Santa? And then Tucker says, all that Sidney Powell software shit is absurd. Half of our viewers have seen the Maria clip. And then Tony Tiny Nuts says, yo, think she'd go out with me? I have an Olive Garden gift card. Presumably referring to Sidney Powell, or maybe to Maria Bartiromo, who is someone who would go on Fox News and say that, in fact, the election wasn't stolen. And Tucker gets how that's destroying the credibility, okay, of Fox News. And again, I'm not saying the election was stolen. Was it? Probably not. But it could have possibly been stolen. And did the people who steal it also derail the train in East Palestine? That's entirely possible. We don't know. We can't know. But Tucker is saying that a Fox News audience, and this is true, a Fox News audience needs to keep an open mind, okay? So we can't just be going out there half-cocked. Nut Bros are big-time Fox News producers, Iggy12 says. That's true. It's the family dynasty. They've been doing Fox News for generations. The next text, and this is a big one. This was with Sean Hannity. You might know him as another Fox News host. So all of these people, they're texting each other, and it's fun. It's fun, okay? It was like when the Jetsons and the Flintstones crossed over. Same idea. To Sean Hannity, who he has saved as S. Hannity. I don't know why he couldn't just write his whole name out, but he's a busy guy. Tucker says, did you see Jacques Hinrich's tweet fact-checking me? Please get her fired. Seriously, what the fuck? I'm actually shocked. It needs to stop immediately, like tonight. It's immeasurably hurting. It's measurably hurting the company. The stock price is down. Not a joke. And I love, okay, Junior Coltrane says, my lady hates it when I'm half-cocked. My lady likes it because it's actually too big to go in most women, is the problem with my penis. So, just put that down on the record and add that to my Wikipedia page that no one's made for me yet, and I'm very disappointed in you people. Sean Hannity replies, currently doing neck crunches. Got to get that baby wider. I'll check into this tomorrow. And Tucker says, just do it. Also, can I get your Hulu password? A lot of password sharing amongst these Fox News employees. They make a lot of money. They make millions upon millions of dollars a year. You can't get your own streaming service? Okay, I know there's too many of them. You got to pay for Criterion, Apple TV, Prime, Hulu, Discovery Plus. But come on, buddy. Get your own, okay? You've got a lot of money, all right? Oh, my God. Next tuck text. He was, at this point, treating Lauren Ingram. He was tweeting, or texting, rather. Lori, but he saved it as Lori Indergram. So I don't know exactly why he couldn't spell her name correctly. But Tucker says, Sidney Powell is a lying fucking bitch. She is an unguided missile. She is dangerous as hell. An absolutely crazy person. And then Lori Ingram says, I think I ate some bad crab. I can't stop pooping. Like literally every few minutes. I don't think I can come in tomorrow. Tucker says, she's such a lunatic, referring to Sidney Powell, who is, of course, behind all these accusations that Dominion, and was behind a number of lawsuits against Dominion, claiming that they had rigged the election against Donald Trump. Now Dominion is countersuing, which is just unfair. Everyone gets one lawsuit. If you're sued, that's it. You don't get to countersue. Okay, this isn't fucking tag. Lori Indergram just says, hey, I heard you're handing out your Netflix password. Can I get it? I think they got them Saw movies on there. She wants to watch the Saw movies. Who can blame her? They're a lot of fun, those Saw movies. Lamp says, I can relate to bad crab. Can't we all? Ugh, that'll knock you out. You know what I'm saying? That'll knock you out. Next tuck text. This is another one to Lori Indergram. He hasn't spelled her name correctly anymore. He didn't change it, so that's kind of disrespectful on his part. He texts, yo, you up? She says, Tucker, I'm not doing this again. He says, no, it's not that. Unless, 1, 2, 3, she says, I am not wearing the costume. And then he goes, whatever. Sidney Powell is lying, by the way. I caught her. It's insane. They have no proof. It's dangerous. Then Lori Indergram says, okay, I'll wear the costume. Be over in 10. No eye contact. So, They seem to be having fun together. They're getting along. It's good when coworkers get along and have relationships outside of work. Okay? I think that's good. Next one, this is Tommy Big Nuts again. It seems like he's texting big nuts more than little nuts, which I guess would make sense. Tucker says, yo, what happened yesterday at the Capitol was out of control. Trump is a demonic force, a destroyer, but he's not going to destroy us. Tommy says, I was deep in a K-hole yesterday. What happened? And Tucker says, a bunch of people stormed the Capitol. Did you seriously not hear about that? And Tommy replies, yo, are you like the real Tucker Carlson? So, he seemed to be having a bit of a drug problem, which isn't good. Guys, we got to be serious out there. Do not take drugs, even vinyl chloride, despite the fact that it gets you high as shit. Dude, you have not been high until you have huffed vinyl chloride, okay? You think hippie flipping when you do shrooms and E at the same time, and then you do Molly instead of E because it's not currently 1997? You think that's high? Dude, you got to huff vinyl chloride. Oh, my God. Next Tuck text. This is with Sean Hannity again, S. Hannity. He's back talking to the two biggest names at Fox News, talking the talk, okay? Sleep is Awesome says, I want crabs so bad now. Junior Coltrane says, Tucker is such a backstabber, ex-CNN employee. That's true, but I think when he was at CNN, it's kind of was a Leonardo DiCaprio in The Departed situation. He was like infiltrating them, He was Hannity and Combs. Meanwhile, Combs was busy, filming child pornography. With S. Hannity, Tucker Carlson texts him and goes, Sean, you got to help me. I took some K my producer Tommy gave me. I am flipping out. Sean Hannity says, who's Tommy? Tucker Carlson goes, Big Nuts. Then Sean Hannity says, oh yeah, that dude's nuts are crazy. And then Tucker says, I'm losing my fucking shit. Are they going to come for us all? Are we all going to die? And Sean Hannity says, everyone dies, Tuck. And Tucker Carlson says, holy fucking shit, dude. So he was on some bad stuff at this point, but Dominion has still not proven that he is lying, okay? He is concerned that maybe the country's falling apart, maybe everything's woke now, and he's making Laura Ingraham put on a green M&M costume and he's fucking her. Neither of those things are illegal. Next Tuck text. I recommend saying that. It's fun to say, Tuck text. The next Tuck text was with Michael Pillow. Presumably this is Mike Lindell, the founder of MyPillow, a guy who, very bravely and coherently, definitely at no point making you think this guy's smoking crack again, fought the war against the lying establishment media over their election claims. Tucker, to Michael Pillow, said, hey, it's Tucker. Sean told me to text you. I'm having a really bad trip, man. Michael Pillow says, you've come to the right guy. Do you have any orange juice? Mix that with, I got to do it in his voice. Came to the right guy. Do you have any orange juice? Mix that with baby aspirin and then put on Finding Nemo. And that is good advice. If you're ever having a bad trip, orange juice, baby aspirin, dark room, Finding Nemo, try to go to sleep. That's the only useful thing I've ever said on this show. Tucker says, okay, thanks. Also, can you please stop saying the election was stole? You're going to get us all sued. And Michael Pillow says, I literally can't. No. So he understands his limitations, which is important as a person. And we're showing that Tucker Carlson was afraid of being legally assaulted, which is like sexual assault, but with more paperwork. He was afraid. He was up all night worrying what Dominion would do to him just for showing everybody the truth, the light, and the way. Disgusting. Truly disgusting. Oh, my God. Next text is back to Lori Ingraham again. This is actually, she texted him first, and she said, okay, I'm downstairs, let me up. Then he responds, oh shit, I forgot we were doing that tonight. I'm still coming down from some K that Tommy got me. Then Lori Ingraham responds, the dude with the huge nuts? Yeah. And then Tucker says, yeah, that's him. Also, I haven't picked up the costume from the dry cleaner. So, that... Iggy 12 says he was tripping. Ipso facto, machines can't sue people. Machines don't have rights. I have long said it. And that is the reason why the self-checkout at the local Kroger needs to drop its sexual assault charges against me. So anyway, Tucker Carlson and Laura Ingraham seem to be having sex, so good for them. And this one, he's back to Tony Tiny Nuts again. This is the Tiny Nuts guy. And Tony Tiny Nuts texts Tucker, say that 7 times fast. Tony Tiny Nuts texts Tucker. A proper cup of coffee from a proper copper coffee pot. Red leather, yellow leather. Red leather, yellow leather. Tony Tiny Nuts says, yo, someone told me I'm saved in your phone as having tiny nuts. That's seriously fucked up. Also, your Netflix password isn't working anymore. Did you cancel it? And then Tucker says, new phone, who dis? Kind of dodging the question, quite frankly, which I think is a little on the disrespectful side. So what's going to happen with Tucker Carlson, man? We don't know. We don't have the answers as to what's going to happen with Tucker Carlson, but I think this Dominion lawsuit is, quite frankly, and get the kids out of the room for this one because they don't want to hear this bad words. They don't want to hear anything. Are the kids out? The kids out, get out. This Tucker Carlson lawsuit is a bunch of crap. It's a bunch of fucking crap, quite frankly.
Shut up and sit down.